you said regard, right? What's the definition of regard?
The definition of regard, to look upon or think of with a particular feeling, and since we're talking about recount is again.
Okay, so, but the word regard, means
right, again.
And guard, what does guard mean?
Barakatha. Barakatha.
And what does guard mean? Protect.
Right,
to keep. Shamar.
Shamar, right,
all right. To keep, protect, shield. Again. Keep, again. Protect, again. Guard, again. Guard also means to watch over. Again. To look over, again. So if you regard, you're keeping it again.
I got a It's Deuteronomy 26:17. Thou hast avouched the Lord this day to be thy God, and to walk in his ways, and to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments, and to hearken unto his voice. And that word for keep, of course, is shamar, which is to keep, guard, observe, give heed.
Again. Okay, so back to the definition of observe. And mind you, we're talking about recount, so is whatever this definition is, again. So to keep, again, or maintain in one's action or conduct, again. To obey, again. Comply with or conform to, again. Okay?
You said conform to?
Conform to.
That goes with Proverbs 15:5. A fool despiseth his father's instruction, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. Because when you get reproved, don't you conform?
Absolutely.
To whatever you was outside of? And if you regard as reproof, which is what the scriptures are here for, to reprove us, to teach us, to guide us.
Absolutely.
Again, that's the prudent man. Whoever doesn't do that is a fool.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, Proverbs 29:7. The righteous considereth the cause of the poor, but the wicked regardeth not to know it. I don't care to know the truth, the laws, statutes, I don't
be in their own wickedness.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, so that was the definition of the word observe, and in Matthew 23 and 2. This is the Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you, observe. That observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. So what were they talking about? The law, statutes, and commandments. They talked about it, but they didn't do it. So he said, what they say, observe. What they say, observe means keep, maintain, obey, comply with, conform to. Do it. Okay?
I got something.
Go
This is Ecclesiastes 8:1-2. Who is the wise man? And who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. I counsel thee to keep the king's commandments, and that in regard of the oath of God. He said, I counsel thee to keep the king's commandments, and that in regarding of the oath of God. We said in that don't make a vow, because if you vow to me, you know what I'm saying. But we made an oath. Matter of fact, I almost turned to it. Deuteronomy 29. Matter of fact, this is Deuteronomy 29:10. Ye stand this day, all of you, before the Lord your God, your captains of your tribes, your elders, and your officers, with all the men of Israel, your little ones, your wives, like stranger that is in the camp, from the hewer of the wood to the drawer of the water, that thou shouldest enter into covenant with the Lord thy God, and into his oath, which the Lord thy God maketh with thee this day. So we made an oath, a covenant, an agreement, that he may establish thee today for a people unto himself, and that he may be unto thee a God, and that he said, and he hath said unto thee, and as he has sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and Jacob, neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath, but with him that standeth here with us this day, before the Lord our power, and also with him that is not here with us this day, which is talking about us now, the eventual children of the Hebrew Israelites. Mm-hmm. All of us who made this oath, this covenant, this agreement, to follow the king's commandments, and to rehearse this, to recount this, to go over again this, to remember this again. This is what we're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm. And Yahushua says it. He told us to do it right here.
That's right.
And if he told us to do it, he didn't have a mote in his eye. So he did everything, right?
Y'all are supposed to do this.
Right.
But I'm going to go ahead on and do that.
No. He was perfect.
That's right.
You got something, Mark?
I just had proven that the covenant was given to Israel.
Okay, bring it up.
Psalms 89 and 34. My covenant will I not break, nor alter things that is gone out of my lips.
One of my favorites.
Once I have sworn by my holiness, thou wilt not lie unto David. His seed shall endure forever. His son is dawn as the sun before me.
Okay. And so we still have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
It's now also, we just also have to have faith. We didn't do it before when we promised that we would. Right. And so we were deserved death. And so now that we are given a grace period, that the taxing, which I'm going to get to,
right,
which is death, he said, you know what? I'm going to give y'all a grace period to get your shit together.
That's right.
Get your shit together, and then follow law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
And then you're going to also believe and have faith.
Check this out. This is Exodus 19 and 5. Now therefore, if ye obey my voice indeed, and keep guard, remember, recount my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me, above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which the Lord commanded, the commandments commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord hath spoken, we will do. And Moses returned the words unto the people of the Lord. Returned the words of the people unto the Lord. So we all, as an agreement, all the Hebrew Israelites, everybody with one consent, said, everything the Most High said, his commandments, we will do.
Okay.
Now we forgot.
Well, we're going to get to that. Go. You got something?
Yeah. This is Psalms 105, starting at verse 6. O ye seed of Abraham, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. He hath remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant.
How long?
Everlasting.
Just for a little bit?
Everlasting, forever and ever, and ever, ever.
He changeth not. So getting back to the word, that was beautiful. Getting back to the word recount, which means count again. Then looking up the definition count. Check over again. Reckon upon, which I looked up reckon. Reckon upon again. Take into account again, to consider again, or regard. I looked up regard. regard again, to be accounted worth something again, merit again. So let's look up that word merit. Okay, merit means to merit. Claim to respect or praise again. Excellence again. Worth again. Something that deserves or justifies a reward. Okay? Again. Because I already brought this out. I'll bring it out again because it just said something that deserves or justifies a reward. It says for Romans 2:13, for not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified. Okay? So it says something that deserves or justifies a reward. Something that is deserved, whether good or bad. So if you keep it and you're part of the elect, then you're going to be keeping it to the best of your ability and you're going to get a good reward. But if you don't, and you are 2/3, you're going to get a bad reward.
Right.
Okay? It says worthiness of spiritual reward, again, acquired by righteous acts made under influence of grace.
That's right.
I got a precept.
Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah 58:8. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Lord shall be thy reward.
That's right. Again, reward.
Right. Con. So that was beautiful. I'm going to read that part of the definition of merit again. Acquired, merit is acquired by righteous acts. Made under influence of grace. So the Most High gave us grace to influence us to do the righteous acts.
That's right.
So if we do the righteous acts, then we acquire merit.
That's right. Check this. This is Psalm 78 and 5. Well, actually, 3, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, showing to generation to come the praises of the Most High, and his strength, and his wonderful works that he hath done. For he established a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in God, and not forget the works of the Most High, but keep his commandments, and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with their power. So, read that merit again.
Okay. Merit. To claim to respect or praise.
Okay. Wait a minute. To showing to generations to come the praises of the Lord. Go ahead.
Excellence, worth. Something that deserves or justifies a reward.
And he said to establish a testimony unto Jacob, he appointed a law in Israel. To what? To command them to tell their children. So if the generations to come tells their children, who tells their children, who tells their children, that's how they're going to be worthy of gaining the honors of the Most High.
Okay.
He said, he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to our children. So what do we as men of the Lord supposed to do? Make this known to who? The children of Israel.
Okay.
And if we want to gain worthiness of spiritual reward, If we want to, which is the reward of the Most High for doing what He appointed. And He just said, make them known. Give praises to the Most High. He said, verse 4 again, we will not hide them. We're going to tell it.
That's right.
That's how we get merit with the Most High.
That's beautiful.
I got a precept.
Come.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 6. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. So then, neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but God that giveth the increase. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor.
Absolutely. And that's why we're thankful to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah for putting the unction on us to go ahead and do His work, to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. You know, because it's not, like Ephesians say, it's not of ourselves. It's a gift from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that not of yourselves, it's a gift from the Most High. So now, because it just said merit is acquired by righteous acts made under influence of grace. So I looked up grace. Grace. Favor of goodwill. Benignity. Benignity is the quality of being benign. Benign is favorable. Propitious. And propitious is disposed to bestow favors or forgive. Okay. Now back to grace. Manifestation of favor by a superior. The Most High is the ultimate superior. Reprieve. Now, reprieve means, the definition of reprieve is to delay the impending meaning about to happen. So, to delay the impending punishment of a sentence of a condemned person. Okay? To delay the impending punishment or sentence of a condemned person, which we all were. Or to relieve temporarily from any evil. A respite. Respite meaning a delay or cessation. Cessation meaning a temporary or complete stopping, discontinuance. Because that cessation, it goes both ways, because it says a temporary or complete stopping. So we're under grace right now, which is the temporary stopping of you sinning, which is the wages of sin is death. So you're not getting death right now because you're under grace. And that's just temporary. Unless you're the elect, which is going to rehearse the righteous acts, which then it comes in to be a complete stopping of the death. Because Yahweh Shai died for us. Okay? Matter of fact, if I may, and bear with me 1 second. In Colossians, it says, this is Colossians 1:21. It says, and you that were sometime alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now hath he reconciled in the body of his flesh through death, to present you holy and unblameable and unreprovable in his sight. So right now, he died for us so we can be unblameable and reprovable in the Most High's sight, so we can be at peace with him again. Okay?
He said, wait a minute. Be at peace with him again?
Come.
That's reconcile, because that's the Greek word dialasso, to change the mind of anyone, to reconcile, to be reconciled, to renew friendship with one. So, if we want to renew the friendship of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, then we should follow the law, statutes, commandments.
Come, because it says, yet now hath he reconciled in the body of his flesh through death, so he died for us, to present us, holy and unblameable and unreprovable in his sight. If ye continue in the faith,
Right.
grounded and settled,
Right.
be not moved away from the hope of the gospel, which ye have heard, and which was preached to every creature which is under heaven, wherefore I, Paul, am made a minister.
That's right.
So that's if we continue in the faith of Yahushai, who told us in Matthew's, we just read, I think that was 23, to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, do what they say, but not as they do.
Right.
Right? Obviously, he did it as well. Okay? So this is what we have to continue to do. Because, matter of fact, let me hit 1 Thessalonians 5:23. It says, and the very power of peace sanctify you wholly. And I pray to the Most High, your whole spirit, soul, and body be preserved blameless unto the coming of the Lord Yahushai. Because he told us, if until the coming of Yahushua. Okay? But it says in Hebrews 10:26, for if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. So the sacrifice of Yahushua that he made by presenting himself, that sacrifice for us to make us unblameable. If now we have the knowledge and that we shouldn't do this, that, and the other thing because the law tells us that, if we do it, then that what Yahushua didn't work. Now you got to go through that.
That's right.
Now you got to go through that because okay, go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy 4:16. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
Come.
He said, continue in them. And that continue is the Greek word epimeno, to stay at or with, to tarry still, still to abide, to continue or remain. What did he just say? All those supposed to remain in, keep in, abide in? He said the doctrine, right?
Come.
So to stay at or with doctrine of the Most High. Again, to tarry still, to linger, procrastinate, or wait, or stay still in the doctrine of the Most High. Mm-hmm. Still to abide in the doctrine of the Most High. To continue in the doctrine of the Most High. To remain in the doctrine of the Most High. Of tarrying in the place of the doctrine of the Most High. To persevere through the doctrine of the Most High. Continue in the doctrine of the Most High. Of the thing continued in the work of teaching the doctrine of the Most High. Of the blessing for which one keeps himself fit. The blessing for which one keeps himself fit in the doctrine of the Most High. Denoting the action persisted in the doctrine of the Most High. To stay over, that is, remain, persevere, abide in, continue in, tarry in. That's all in the doctrine of the Most High.
Absolutely.
And that's that recount. That's that rehearse. That's to go over again. And because if you recount it, aren't you still staying in it?
Right.
Persevering in it?
Come.
Dealing in it?
Come.
That's beautiful, man. And that's a cut to all these motherfucking clowns, man. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking clowns. Yashawan, You know what I'm saying? Bubble Eyes. Goddammit. Fucking Captain King 2/3 leader. You know what I'm saying?
King of the 2/3.
King of the 2/3, right?
Or 2 turds, like
yeah, right. 2 turds. Gayhana. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Not one time did the Most High talk about. I mean, I think the word general was in the Bible one time, and never did he say we're gonna make you generals. He said we're kings.
That's right.
And princes. You know what I'm saying?
God.
You want to go ahead and take a white man title that they use, and general. What the fuck gave you general, you motherfucker?
Reprobate.
Son of a bitch.
So, you finished with that?
I'm done, bro.
Okay. Now, this is Ezekiel 33, and I'll start at 14. It says, again, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, if he turn from his sin and do that which is lawful and right, if the wicked restore the pledge, give again that he had robbed, walk in the statutes of life without committing iniquity, he shall surely live. He shall not die. None of his sins that he hath committed shall be mentioned unto him. He hath done that which is lawful and right. He shall surely live. Okay? Because, I'll read a couple more. Verse 17. Yet the children of thy people say, the way of the Lord is not equal, but as for them, their way is not equal. When the righteous turneth from his righteousness and committed iniquity, he shall even die thereby. Okay, so even those that so-called was in this truth, then you wind up going off. However you go off, then you gonna get it. Okay, but it says, if the wicked restore the pledge, give again that he had robbed, walk in the statutes of life without committing iniquity, he shall surely live. He shall not die. None of his sins that he hath committed shall be mentioned unto him. So, I mean, we all walked in wickedness at one point, but now that we were woken up to the truth, we have the faith, and we continue in the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, then our sins won't be mentioned unto us. Just like the definition for the word secession, it says a temporary or complete stopping, discontinuance for a time, especially of anything distressing or trying. Okay? And that distressing and trying of them ICBM missiles gonna be some shit for that ass. But for the elect, it's gonna be a complete stopping, a discontinuance of that.
That's right. But
for the 2/3, it's gonna be just a temporary hold off of that ass whooping. All right.
I got a precept too.
Okay.
Because he said that it's Most High's gonna get us up out of there.
Come on.
Well, in Psalm 46, I go straight to the point. Verse 5, I got to go back a little bit. Let you know that there's something, being troubled. This is Psalm 46:1. God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in trouble.